Hi folks, this is Dr. Rob CYWES. I am the Carb Addiction Doc, and today's video is going to be about carb addiction recovery strategies. What strategies can you employ to help yourself to prevent a relapse or to reduce the risk of a relapse? And the way we do this is that when we are addicts, we do things very opportunistically in response to emotional need, in response to the presence of our drug, or in response to a particular feeling. And often that feeling is called hunger. I'm hungry. I need something now. And we create an environment where we have easy access to our drug of choice, and we have no plan. So we make choices based on how we feel, and we eat according to that choice based on what our emotional management system requires during that day. The flip side is to be preemptive and make preemptive decisions about what your life looks like before you have to make choices in the moment. And so the first thing that, just one aspect of dealing with carb addiction in terms of recovering, simple little pragmatic thing you can do. Number one, find something that you do routinely every night. I don't care what it is. In my own life, I set up my coffee machine every night. It's not a routine, it's a religion, okay? So my coffee is ready to go the next morning. But I attach to that time period where I'm setting up my coffee machine, I allow myself to trigger myself at that time to think about tomorrow from 3 different perspectives. First question, what are my obligations tomorrow? And when your brain anticipates what things you have to do, what the list of obligations I have tomorrow, it reduces the stress triggering chaos of not knowing and flying by the seat of your pants. So I may need to go to the shop to buy something. I may need to do the dry cleaning. I may need to walk the dog. I may need to do some work. Whatever that may be, I know what my obligations are. My brain can prepare for it. I can be at those meetings when I need to be. And it lessens the chaos. Once I know what my obligations for the day are, obviously they can change, but once I know what my obligations for the day are, the second thing is, when and what are we going to eat tomorrow? So I knew last night when and what I was going to eat tonight. And it's not just the when, it's the what. And a meal is exclusively sitting at a table with a plate of food and a knife and fork. With a default, if you can't do that, go through to the next planned meal. You won't die of anorexia, most unlikely. So you plan when and what you're going to eat tomorrow, and you are empowered by that choice. So you're looking forward to it, which allows you to be more resistant to opportunistic snacks that come along the way. And the third thing, which is actually the most important thing that you can possibly do as a carb addict, the priority, is to pre-plan a carve out of time that belongs to you for self-care. Because if you're going to get rid of snacks, if you're going to get rid of carbohydrates, you're leaving a massive emotion management void in your life. And if you don't replace that, under unexpected emotional tension conditions, you're going to relapse back to crystal meth, back to snacking. So you want to be purposeful in carving time out for you, and ideally that time should happen at a time when you've built up stress in your day, anytime the pace of your day changes. So in my own life, I get up purposefully early in the morning to have half an hour, an hour that belongs to me for meditation, for some spiritual time, for my walk with my dog, for some exercise, for my relaxing first cup of coffee. That is putting emotional money in the bank. When I come home at night, I don't go back into the house right away because I'm opening the fridge for emotional restitution. My son and my dog come running out, and whether it's 2 minutes or half an hour, we're outside playing around, decompressing before we go home. And in the evening, before going to bed, either I walk my dog or he walks me, but we go for a walk. So I can leave my day's emotional tension on the road, and I don't take it to bed with me, which most likely is the best way to get a good night's sleep. So 3 questions, 3 triggers preemptively the night before. What are my obligations tomorrow? When and what am I going to eat? And what time tomorrow belongs to me? And I can tell you this, if you say, I don't have time tomorrow for me, your brain's going to find time and it's not going to be your best friend. You're going to do something that you are going to regret and it's going to cause you harm. Be purposeful and you will thrive.